Hey everybody. So I was at work today listening to my lefty propaganda podcast and YouTube shows as one does. And I was watching the new Matt Christman from Chop Out Trap House Grill Pilled stream. He's smoking the pork shoulder today. Sweet stuff. Recommend checking that out if you haven't already. But one of his audience members today asked to explain dialectics as simply as they could, and I felt like his answer was a little complex. A little bit more. The question was specifically to explain it to a child. So I thought I would give it a go. And so the way I see dialectics is it is the exploration of the inherent contradiction that is within all things. And the way it really clicked for me was when I was studying weather and how it kind of how it functions on this planet and what drives our systems of climate. And one of the first things I noticed is that it is based off of dialectics. So what I mean by that, it functions off of dialectics. Our climate systems are based in this opposition of two forces, this antagonism. So the way our climate works and the way the planet works, the way weather works on this planet is sun comes into the atmosphere and it hits the equator, and obviously all over the planet, but it hits the equator, and that creates a high pressure system, and that high pressure system is the initial thesis, if you will. It's the input into the system, this planetary system, and this is the energy, and that causes that air to rise, and that rising of air creates an antithesis in another part of the system, a low pressure system that is cool air being drawn down from the upper atmosphere, and it creates these cyclones. And that action of that interplay, the high pressure air system from the sun heating up the air, and that subsequent drawing down of cool air is the antithesis of the thesis, and that total system together operating is the synthesis. And then that pattern replicates billions upon billions of times to then get to the overall climate system. And that's kind of how I see dialectics. And if you look throughout nature, biology, and ecology, you'll see these contradictions that are driving the whole thing. Another one of them is that you don't have life without death, and you don't have death without life. So that's just kind of some how these inherent contradictions are there. And I guess another part that I kind of want to keep this video short, but is talking about antagonistic contradictions as well as non-antagonistic contradictions. I think obviously we can see the climate as a non-antagonistic contradiction because, obviously it's just a completely amoral physical system, whereas your boss and the worker, they have an antagonistic relationship because they have goals that are fundamentally at competition with one another. Being the boss or owner wanting to have maximize profits for as little cost, and the worker trying to maximize profits without killing themselves doing that work. Anyway, so that's kind of my shot. Let me know what you think about this, if you like it, if you don't like it, if this was helpful. Comment down below. I guess you can subscribe since it's going on YouTube. Have a nice day, y'all.